Hello and welcome to another episode of Accounting Insiders Podcast. My name is Gary Dehart, and I'm the publisher of Insightful Accountant. And today I'm joined by Ted Callahan, who I have to read it because this is a super long title, Director of Accountant Strategies and Partnerships. Thanks for joining me, Ted.
Absolutely, Gary. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a little while since I saw you. Last, it was Scaling New Heights like 2 years ago, which it's really hard to believe that was 2 years ago. But that was, how long were you in the job then? You hadn't been there long, right?
Oh, it was, yeah. No, I just started in the accountant leader role, I think a month before.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Right.
That's into the fire. That is.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see you again in person in December at QuickBooks Connect.
Yeah, me too. It's good. I'm glad we are getting back together in public. It's long overdue and much needed for many, like we were talking in the green room, many reasons that it's well overdue. So let's talk. I know we've got somewhat limited time, so I just want to dive into QuickBooks Connect. We're about a month, I guess.
27 days out. Yep.
27 days, less than a month out. I'm sure that just makes people a little anxious in your office there.
The excitement level is high.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, it's a massive event, right? What's the attendee? 3,000-ish? Is that the number?
Yeah, we've been thrilled at how many folks are excited to come back and be together in person in Vegas in December. And so, yeah, we've got a sold out conference coming up. And we have a pretty lengthy wait list that's now in the high hundreds as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Fantastic. So I keep it simple, kind of a who, what, where, when, why, and how. So let's talk about the who. So who's the attendee? Is this open for public accounting professional, or is it the end user, or both? Who's your target?
Yeah, great question. So QuickBooks Connect this year is different than it's ever been, Gary. Instead of focusing on our small business customer, we went back and we looked at who are the folks that are really the mainstays of our partnership and who comes to QuickBooks Connect so that we could create a better experience. And we saw, lo and behold, it is our accounting professionals, our bookkeepers, our pro advisors, our tax professionals who are the lifeblood of our partnership together to small businesses. Those were the folks showing up in force for QuickBooks Connect. And so we've made the conference entirely about our partners. And so it is over 91% accounting professionals who have signed up and who are coming. We've also got resellers, we've got independent software vendors, right? So our app providers and partners are also going to be coming out. So we've got a great community, but it is a dedicated conference to our partner community.
Okay. And on the app side, do you know what the vendor count is for that? Do you know how many?
Yeah, we've got between those that have just signed up and our sponsors, we've got over 100 folks coming out to represent all of that. Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. And then real quick on who are some of the keynotes? I know you told me you've got one. Who else?
Right. Yeah. So I think the big names, right, that I'm just blown away that we were able to bring these folks out. I'm really excited to share with everyone. We've got Serena Williams, right? I think she's won 23 different Grand Slams, right? I mean, just unbelievable in terms of her impact. And she's also an entrepreneur. We've got a journalist and author. I read a number of his books, Malcolm Gladwell, right? He's a pretty prolific New Yorker columnist, and he's written in so many different publications, has a podcast as well. And then Simon Sinek, another best-selling author. And our goal, right, they all got very diverse perspectives, but the goal is that to really bring some amazing voices who can be inspiring and energizing for all of us.
Right. Are there any in the past, Intuit has kind of released them out like a surprise last minute keynote? Any surprises out there that we could be looking for?
It's a good question. The one surprise that I would share with you, I'll just give you one word and let you dream, let everybody listening dream. Puppies.
Puppies. I don't even know where to go with that. So puppies. It's all about puppies. All right. We'll see what that means. So you're going to be
a little future delighter for everybody that's coming out. Yeah.
Everybody gets, it's like Oprah. You get a puppy. You get a puppy. You get a puppy.
I don't know that that would be a delighter for folks once they got back home, but yes,
That's true.
It's the delighter puppy.
All right. That's a fun little thing to think about. All right. So then we'll go to the what. And the what would be for me is what are my, I'm coming. All right. So now we know it's accountants, it's the pro advisor community. So what am I learning? Am I limited to QBO? Is it desktop? Is it practice management? What's the lineup look like?
Yep. No, great question. So I talked about our external speakers. We also have a set of folks from Intuit who are going to be joining on the main stage to talk about our partnership with the community, our upcoming product innovation and what we've done based on what we've heard from all of y'all, right? That's critical, as well as ensuring that we're really clear on our QuickBooks Online ecosystem vision. So we've got all of that covered. We've also got, I think, 95 plus sessions where folks can be getting CPE credit, and it ranges from topics from desktop, like you talked about, to QuickBooks Online, to how folks can be thinking about growing their own practices, right? There's a hiring shortage. What should be done about that? And then a range of other categories and topics. So we've got a completely holistic conference all around the theme, Gary, of powering your growth, because we know how critical that is, especially in these dynamic and uncertain times. So that's how we've constructed the entirety of the agenda.
That's great. Now, have you gotten feedback on that empowering your growth theme? Because I know in a lot of our reader profiles, people tell us sales, marketing, business development, kind of all under one umbrella, right? It's a big challenge for the profession as a whole. Phenomenal accountants, phenomenal, business people, but that outbound may not be their strongest skill. Is that something that's a big part of the sessions?
Yes, that is an entire pillar of the sessions as well. Yeah, great question.
Okay. And then the where, my favorite hotel in Vegas, and that's Aria. So thanks for having me.
Excellent. Hey, we picked it for you, Gary.
I greatly appreciate that. I don't know, third time this year, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're excited. I've never been, but when we were thinking about how can we come back to the community in a show of here's how much we care, how can we prove that by demonstrating it? We said, well, it needs to feel and look different than how we've done it traditionally in the past. And for those that, know or have forgotten or haven't been, I meant to say is historically we had this at the San Jose Convention Center. And again, as part of this change to have it really be focused and feel more exclusive for our partners, we said, let's take it to a different place. And we wanted to keep it a place that would be seasonally appropriate, right? Where it would be warm enough, it'd be easy to access, but also it would feel new, fresh, and different. And when we looked at the options to have a conference of this magnitude, we just saw, wow, Las Vegas is such an amazing town to have an event like this. So that's how we chose it.
Yeah. And there aren't many places where you can take 3,000 of your closest friends and their support structures and all of that outside of Vegas. And it's easy to get to, like you said, relatively inexpensive until you go out to eat, which this is my one secret that I'm going to drop. And I'm going to go make my reservations before this goes public. But I was talking to somebody at the hotel a couple of days ago, and she's like, hey, do you want me to make reservations for you? I'm like, not yet. I'm not ready. She's like, well, you better make them or you won't have a place to eat. So make your reservations in advance. But like I said, I'm doing that after we get off the phone.
That's a great call.
So there's a little insight. We were out there for the AICPA Engage and went to one of the restaurants, and it was funny. You look inside, and there's open tables. We're like, hey, we'd like to get a table. And she kind of looks at her chart and, oh, what'd she say? We're fully committed. It's like 7 tables over there. Oh, we're fully committed. So don't get fully committed.
That's right. That's right.
And there are some really good restaurants, but that hotel doesn't have a lot of restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah, relatively speaking.
That's good to know. I'm unaware of that. So thanks I will make some plans as well. So appreciate it.
But the ones they have are really good. So when it's December, the real training days are 7 through 9. Correct.
Yeah. So it's a good clarification. So the conference runs the 7th through the 9th. It starts midday on the 7th and ends midday on the 9th for everybody's visibility. it's going to be an amazing, amazing time. I just got to tell you, we're so excited. We're launching a mobile app where you can build your agenda, right? So to your point, Gary, in addition to, hey, plan where you're going to eat, you can also plan, hey, which sessions do you want to go attend? We've locked in everybody's calendars now that we've gotten the latest, right? There's the invariable folks that get sick or whatever, their plans change, they're unable to make it, but the sessions are locked in. The one that we've brought back by popular demand is something we call brain dates. Are you familiar with that, Gary?
Maybe not by that name.
So this is an opportunity. If you think about the theme of Connect, it's in the title, connection, right? We want to be powering connections because we understand how critical those are to growth. Yep. And so brain date is an opportunity to get one-on-one conversations with folks who are experts in their field. And so if you think about it, when you show up to a conference, and maybe it's your first time, you don't know a lot of people, you're like, hey, how do I get advice on a specific problem I'm trying to solve? Brain dates is that opportunity for you to sign up to get that one-on-one conversation, even mentorship from an expert. And those are veterans and folks who are signing up, right, who've been coming to Connect, who have these skills, the session presenters and whatnot. So it's a great opportunity to make one-to-one connections that aren't random, that are very purpose-driven.
That's great. And this community is so good about that, right? There's just the whole
amazing.
So
that's
good
one
about
of the
sharing information.
Exactly. I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, the Zoom lag, apologies. To me, that is one of the hallmarks of this community. It is that folks are so eager to help, and they're always on the lookout. Hey, who are the new faces? Who do I not know? And I was in a conversation, and some folks were pointing out to me, because it's been 3 years since we've been together in person, there's literally going to be an entire legion of newcomers who are coming out. And like I said, I don't know if we mentioned it once we started recording, we're sold out, right? We projected demand, and we thought with all of the vagaries of COVID, hey, best case, we're going to be at this level. Like, we've been blown away by how many folks want to come. And so it's a great learning for us of there's such a demand for in-person connection. And so we're all in on making that. And that's what I love about this community. So thanks to everyone who's listening for the way that you're looking to engage. And if you are one of those people who hasn't been before, don't worry, we've got your back. We're going to have ways for you to connect and make those connections, because we know how powerful those are.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic. So last one, I think we've kind of already covered it, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I have it written down, so I have to ask. And why host this event, and why host it now? And by that, there's a lot of events out there that produce good content that a lot of this people within our community go to. Yeah, so that's the question. Why host it and why now? And again, not trying to put you on the spot or anything. I just think that's kind of it's a legit question.
Yeah. No, I love the question. And to me, it goes back to the heart of what powers me and so many of the folks that I work with, right? Which is, we have a mission, which is to power prosperity for our customers. We've got goals on the consumer side and on the small business side. And through COVID, it is this community, right? All of you pro advisors and accounting professionals and other QB platform partners who have been the superheroes on behalf of your clients. And so we see now more than ever, it's a time to come back together, right? It's now, right, much safer than it was a couple of years ago to be in person. So we've got an entire team that's constantly scouring data to make sure, is it safe to do this, right? We've got clarity on that and conviction on that. We've also got a ton of conviction, as we talked about. We're more than sold out. We've got hundreds and hundreds of people on a waiting list who want to come. There is a huge need in the community for that in person, to be recharged, to be energized and inspired. And so that's why we're all in on providing this exclusive experience for all of you.
Right. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Where else can you go and be there with 3,000 of your closest friends, right?
That's right. That's right. New and old, right? So that's exactly. Fun.
Yeah. And so kind of in closing, so from and we won't dive deep into this, and I know you mentioned before, you'll probably talk a little bit more about it at Connect, but we've written about it. Just, the team has expanded.
Yeah.
How available will the team be at QuickBooks Connect? And I kind of throw that out there now, giving you an opportunity to say, you know what, my schedule from the day I arrive until the day I leave is planned out to the minute. And I don't have a lot of flexibility. And I say that because we've all been to shows and we know what happens. You get on the show floor and there's 800 people who want to talk to you and you just can't, right? So is there like a room that people can go to and meet with you guys, or is there anything like that? Or is it just, hey, we're really going to be, it's going to be tough to.
Yeah, no, so I love the question. And again, it gets back to our intention and our conviction about what we're trying to do with Connect. And so what we've said is because the show isn't in our backyard like it used to be, for those that don't know, our headquarters is in Mountain View and the conference used to be about 20 minutes away in San Jose. And so we had just flocks of Intuit people who would come because everybody wants to be together with all of y'all. In moving into Vegas, right? And because of this, we have a really hard limit on how many people we can have. So we've actually had to reduce the number of Intuit people that can come to allow more people, right? All of our partners, right? All of you pro advisors to come. So we've actually pulled out some of our folks to make room for everybody and all of the demand. So that's point one. Point two, we said, hey, for these folks that can come, literally, we are having you clear your entire schedule so that you can be available to make as many connections, answer questions. We're going to have our same format as before, Gary. We're actually going to have a customer success team there to take live help questions that you haven't been able to resolve. We're going to have a crack team of experts for folks on desktop as well as online, because we know that's a pain point for folks. So we're going to have that. Every Intuit person is going to be wearing a blue lanyard, so you can be like, oh, there's an Intuit person there. You know, if they don't have a T-shirt on, you can identify them by their blue lanyard. And 100%, we're going to be out there available to as many folks as we possibly can be over the course of our 3 days.
Right. Okay. Well, fantastic. I won't. That's the end of my questions. I certainly appreciate you taking some time to join us or join me and kind of just share what you can about the event. Puppy power. I don't know what it is, but maybe that's like a puppy paw, right? Puppy power. That's all about. In 20, you said 27 days, right?
Yeah, now it's 26. Yeah, but and by the time folks see this, who knows when, basically just everybody know December 7th, right? Make sure you're there before the start, because we're going to go and have it be packed, and it's going to be our best one yet. So we're really fired up to be together in person with everybody.
Great. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. I'll look you up, but I will not try to take too much of your time because I know you're going to be a busy man there. So I'm excited to see you and get as much time as we can. So
absolutely. Thanks for having me today. Great to see you.